These are the 32 most important events in the Old Testament. 1. Creation of the world. Genesis 1 verse 1. In the beginning God created the heavens and the earth. 2. Creation of man and woman. Genesis 1 verse 27. So God created mankind in his own image, in the image of God he created them, male and female he created them. 3. The fall, Adam and Eve sin. Genesis 3 verse 6. She took some and ate it. She also gave some to her husband, who was with her, and he ate it. 4. Cain murders Abel. Genesis 4 verse 8. Now Cain said to his brother Abel, "Let's go out to the field." And while they were in the field, Cain attacked his brother Abel and killed him. 5. The Great Flood, Noah's Ark. Genesis 7 verse 17. For 40 days the flood kept coming on the earth, and as the waters increased they lifted the ark high above the earth. 6. Tower of Babel, languages confused. Genesis 11 verse 9. That is why it was called Babel, because there the Lord confused the language of the whole world. From there the Lord scattered them over the face of the whole earth. 7. Call of Abraham. Genesis 12 verses 2-3. I will make you into a great nation, and I will bless you, I will make your name great, and you will be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you, and whoever curses you I will curse, and all peoples on earth will be blessed through you. 8. Covenant with Abraham. Genesis 15 verse 5. Look up at the sky and count the stars, if indeed you can count them. Then he said to him, so shall your offspring be. 9. Sacrifice of Isaac, test of faith. Genesis 22 verse 12. Now I know that you fear God, because you have not withheld from me your son, your only son. 10. Jacob wrestles with God. Genesis 32 verse 28. Then the man said, your name will no longer be Jacob, but Israel, because you have struggled with God and with humans and have overcome. 11. Joseph sold into slavery. Genesis 37 verse 28. So when the Midianite merchants came by, his brothers pulled Joseph up out of the cistern and sold him, for 20 shekels of silver. 12. Moses and the burning bush. Exodus 3 verse 4. God called to him from within the bush, Moses. Moses. And Moses said, here I am. 13. The 10 plagues in Egypt. Exodus 7 verse 5. And the Egyptians will know that I am the Lord when I stretch out my hand against Egypt and bring the Israelites out of it. 14. Crossing the Red Sea. Exodus 14 verses 21-22. Then Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and all that night the Lord drove the sea back with a strong east wind and turned it into dry land. The waters were divided, and the Israelites went through the sea on dry ground, with a wall of water on their right and on their left. 15. The 10 Commandments given. Exodus 20 verses 1-3. And God spoke all these words, I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of Egypt, out of the land of slavery. You shall have no other gods before me. 16. Crossing the Jordan River. Joshua 3 verse 17. The priests who carried the Ark of the Covenant of the Lord stopped in the middle of the Jordan, until the whole nation had completed the crossing. 17. The walls of Jericho fall. Joshua 6 verse 20. When the trumpet sounded, the army shouted, and at the sound of the trumpet, when the men gave a loud shout, the wall collapsed, so everyone charged straight in, and they took the city. 18. Gideon's victory over Midianites. Judges 7 verse 22. When the 300 trumpets sounded, the Lord caused the men throughout the camp to turn on each other with their swords. 19. Samson's strength and fall. Judges 16 verse 30. Then Samson said, let me die with the Philistines. Then he pushed with all his might, and down came the temple on the rulers and all the people in it. 20. Samuel anoints Saul as first king. 1 Samuel 10 verse 1. Then Samuel took a flask of olive oil and poured it on Saul's head and kissed him, saying, has not the Lord anointed you ruler over his inheritance? 21. David defeats Goliath. 1 Samuel 17 verse 50. So David triumphed over the Philistine with a sling and a stone, and killed him. 22. David becomes king. 2 Samuel 5 verse 4. David was 30 years old when he became king, and he reigned 40 years. 23. Solomon builds the temple. 1 Kings 6 verse 14. So Solomon built the temple and completed it. 24. Elijah calls down fire on mountain. 1 Kings 18 verse 38. Then the fire of the Lord fell and burned up the sacrifice, the wood, the stones and the soil. 25. Elisha heals Naaman the leper. 2 Kings 5 verse 14. So he went down and dipped himself in the Jordan 7 times, and his flesh was restored and became clean like that of a young boy. 26. The Babylonian exile. 2 Kings 25 verse 11. Nebuzaradan, commander of the guard, carried into exile the people who remained in the city. 27. Daniel in the lion's den. Daniel 6 verse 22. My God sent his angel, and he shut the mouths of the lions. 28. The fiery furnace, Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego. Daniel 3 verse 25. Look. I see 4 men walking around in the fire, and the fourth looks like a son of the gods. 29. Jonah in the fish. Jonah 1 verse 17. Now the Lord provided a huge fish to swallow Jonah, and Jonah was in the belly of the fish 3 days and 3 nights. 30. Return from exile, decree of Cyrus. Ezra 1 verses 2-3. This is what Cyrus king of Persia says, the Lord, the God of heaven, has given me all the kingdoms of the earth, and he has appointed me to build a temple for him at Jerusalem in Judah. 31. Rebuilding of the temple. Ezra 6 verse 14. So the elders of the Jews continued to build and prosper under the preaching of Haggai the prophet and Zechariah. They finished building the temple according to the command of the God of Israel. 32. Walls of Jerusalem rebuilt, Nehemiah. Nehemiah 6 verse 15. So the wall was completed on the 25th of Elul, in 52 days. Thanks for watching. Kindly like and subscribe to this channel for more amazing Bible and inspirational stories.